The Centerpin system, actually the pins are all on the head. They're all designed, built into the heads. The target tips, the matching weight target tips are all solid one-piece steel. It's all one piece. So this is your target tip. It has a tail on it, about a 2.5 inch long pin. All of the center pin heads have the pin built in. It's all one piece. Slides down inside the shaft and then screws on. The threads are right behind the head. The threads are right here on the outside of the sleeve. The sleeve slides over the shaft about 3/4 of an inch. So this slides down inside and then the head screws on. So now, after that head screws on nice and tight, this slides down and past the sleeve. Because with outserts, we are always getting the standard outserts breaking right behind the sleeve. Right here is a weak point, because you have the head screwed on out here, trying to snap the shaft, and all the pressure was put right here at the back of the outsert. So now with the center pin system, it goes over the shaft to about 3/4 of an inch. It's got about 1/4 of an inch off the end of the shafting with the threading. The pin slides down inside the shaft, clear past the outsert, so that when you do hit a glancing blow on something with your head and it tries to break the shaft right here, it's going to try to bend. This goes to bend, but it can't bend because there's a pin that goes clear back down here. And on the end of that pin, you notice on all of our heads, target tips, all the broad heads, we taper it back in the back end with rubber bushings. We have a double rubber bushing back here that actually cushions the shock when you hit something hard like the steel pipe in 3D targets, or a lot of arrows were breaking on the plastic tubing in a Reinhardt on the body, on the vital cavity. You put the vital cavity in there, and then you put these hard plastic tubes through it to hold it in place. And we actually had failures on the outserts just on the plastic tubing, even when you hit the vitals. So with the center pin system, that never happens. And as soon as I came up with this, I'm like, well, someone's got to have it. You know, I mean, it's so simple. The pin goes inside, the threads screw on. Super simple, super effective. The pins actually go straight down the center of the shaft. They fit almost flush on the inside of the shaft, so that you know your head is directly in line with the axis of your shaft. Super easy to get straight. I mean, and it was so simple and effective. So you have the sheath over the outside to protect from mushrooming or anything like that on heavy frontal impacts. You have the pin down inside past the sleeve, so that when this hits something and tries to break it, this tries to break behind the sleeve, won't do it. There's a pin, it's either steel or titanium, that goes clear past. So you're going clear back in here. It's almost like a footed shaft. And then when you do have the heavy impact and shock, back in here where it's going to try to break your shaft, we have rubber bushings that actually dampen the blow and cushion the shock and transfer the energy away. So usually if we do break an arrow by hitting some glancing blow on some super hard object like a rock or rebar, the arrows usually break back in the middle. Components are still good. So that in a nutshell is the center pin system.